Urgent. Antifa plans to attack Candace Owens again on April 15th at the University of Pennsylvania. Students' dorms get firebombed. Student meetings get attacked by leftists using bear spray. Student gets stalked in parking lot and almost run over multiple times. What do these have in common? They are recent political hate crimes targeting Turning Point USA leaders. Where is the media? Charlie Kirk, April 14th, 2019, 9:42 a.m. Antifa plans to attack Candace Owens on Monday, April 15th, and it would be great if some of you helped to protect her from that mob. But keep in mind that there are some seemingly sketchy aspects to this whole thing, as we will see. As usual with videos like this, I made a webpage version of this video with links and sources and so on because I tend to use more sources than one can include in YouTube video descriptions. You can only fit so much. So see that link below. Also see the link in the description to our BitChute channel and subscribe to us there because YouTube has been phasing out channels like ours and shadow banning and soft banning us and so on. Many of you have said that you stopped getting notifications for our new videos, as you should be getting, but YouTube does this. And also some of you are saying that, when you like our videos, the like disappears moments later. Also, some other fishy things have been happening to our channel, but I don't want to bore you with the details, so let's just move on. Though some aspects of this story are questionable, as we will go over, it does seem that Antifa are planning to attack Candace Owens on April 15th at the University of Pennsylvania, where she is apparently speaking as part of Turning Point USA's Campus Clash Tour. This is according to UPenn Statesman and some Antifa accounts, as we will see. Turning Point USA's Campus Clash Tour also includes Donald Trump Jr., Dave Rubin, Charlie Kirk, and others, but not every person on the tour will be speaking at every stop on the tour, it seems. But at any rate, I do notice that the mostly white Antifa are talking about how they want to stop a black woman from exercising her civil rights, and they make no mention of wanting to stop any of the other speakers, all of whom are white. Also keep in mind, as you may have seen in our former videos, that just a few months ago, some Philadelphia Antifa guys who are white gang stomped two Hispanic men while using racial slurs against them. So it does seem that Philadelphia Antifa are just racists pretending to be anti-racist. If you go to the Campus Clash Tour page on Turning Point USA's website, they do not list an April 15th date among their listed dates on that tour. Candace Owens' website also doesn't include this date on her event page. A search of the University of Pennsylvania's website for Turning Point USA yields no results, and a search for Candace Owens yields nothing either. Well, nothing relevant. There also seems to be no mention of this event on the Twitter accounts of Candace Owens, Dave Rubin, Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump Jr., but then again, none of them mentioned the publicly listed event for the very next day at Michigan State University, so I guess maybe this is neither here nor there. But it does seem suspicious, at least at first glance, that it's not listed among the dates for the Campus Clash Tour. But consider that the UPenn Statesman reports, quote, "The Candace Owens event at Penn on Monday will be limited to people affiliated with the host groups and Penn card holders," unquote. So is Turning Point USA, Candace Owens, and others not publicly advertising this supposed event because it's not open to the general public, or because perhaps it's been canceled in the face of impending attacks by Antifa, or because there never was any such planned event, or because the event is not open to the general public? Now, normally if a tour date is canceled for a band or a speaking tour or whatever, they don't just delete the listing. Typically, they keep the listing up and they just note that it is canceled. That's if they announce it in the first place, which they may not have ever done because apparently it's not open to the general public. Now, Turning Point USA does list an event at the University of Pennsylvania, but it's for April 23rd, and this does seem to be open to the public. In fact, you can get tickets here. And this event, it seems, will not feature Candace Owens. Another potentially suspicious aspect of this whole thing is that the Twitter account called Antifa Philadelphia with the handle @PhillyAntifa tweeted this. "Hitler-admiring far-right anti-immigrant fearmonger Candace Owens brings her outrageously wrong and backwards ideology to UPenn on Monday. For real, y'all are an Ivy League school. Y'all should have that revoked." So this was written apparently in Ebonics. I mean, it seems like they're making fun of black people here. So these are presumably white people making fun of black people while talking about, stopping a black person from exercising her civil rights. But the Twitter account called Antifa Philadelphia with the handle @AntifaPhilly, so you notice that there's two accounts, called Antifa Philadelphia. One is at Antifa Philly and the other one's at Philly Antifa. But anyway, the one with the handle at Antifa Philly tweeted this on this day, April 14th, 1 year ago. Well, it appears that we're pretty popular. A fake Philly Antifa Twitter account just went up. Twitter.com/Philly Antifa. Block and report. Now, this is reminiscent of one of those scenes in many films and TV shows in which there are two characters who look alike and some other character, usually holding a gun or something like that, is standing there deliberating like King Solomon, trying to figure out which of the two is telling the truth, or when they are both saying that the other one is an imposter. You know, it's usually like, I'm the real me, he's a fake one, shoot him. No, I'm the real one, shoot him. After spending a little while looking at both accounts, I can't figure out which one is fake if either one, or which is real if either one. And you know, it wouldn't be the first time that two different Antifa accounts or two different Antifa individuals are blaming the other one of not being Antifa. I mean, that just happens. Since it seems important to get the word out about this event, if it is real, I had to move on, so I can't spend too much time getting bogged down in that. But that's pretty weird. At least one of these accounts is saying the other one is fake. The one that's being accused of being fake is the one that is calling for other white people to go and attack Candace Owens. But let me say this. If it was someone doing satire of Antifa when they tweeted that Ebonics tweet, it is true that other apparent Antifa accounts like and retweet it. It's not likely that they're all fake. There's just a few of us out there, you know, testing the waters and see what they would like and what they don't like. It happens. I mean, I have a satire account and I will tweet ridiculously racist and sexist and other stuff. You know, things like kill all infidels, especially the white ones and all that kind of stuff. And serious Antifa accounts will like and retweet it. It happens. So the point is, you could say, oh, well, that's obviously a fake Antifa account trying to make Antifa seem racist. Well, then what other Antifas like it? And you can't say they're all fake because that's just, you know, Occam's razor will dictate that some of them may be fake, but not all of them. Anyway, let's move on. Backing up to April 11th, 2019, the Antifa Twitter account Fellow Worker Gritty tweeted this long thread, the one that we just saw being retweeted by at Philly Antifa, not at Antifa Philly. They tweet, Turning Point USA's Director of Communications Candace Owens is scheduled to speak at the University of Pennsylvania on Monday, the 15th of April at College Hall, room 200. Since this event was announced, the community has organized to shut down this engagement early. In the next tweet, you can see they have some phone numbers and they're telling you to call these people and tell them to shut down these, you know, this Candace Owens event. They also tweet, we must act now to protect our community. During a Turning Point USA speaking engagement held at Colorado State University, masked members of the neo-Nazi Traditionalist Workers' Party showed up carrying shields, chanting the Nazi rallying cry, blood and soil. Now, folks, I don't know if that's true. I do know that the Traditionalist Workers' Party is a neo-Nazi group, but I'm pretty sure they broke up a while back because the two leaders, Matthew Heimbach and Matt Parrott, not his real name, they had a falling out. Apparently one slept with the other one's wife. So I'm pretty suspicious of that. As far as I know, the TWP doesn't actually exist, and this was from just a couple of days ago, so it seems pretty weird. They also tweet, Turning Point USA is responsible for the professor watch list, which targets and harasses quote-unquote leftist professors for being quote-unquote anti-American. Their adulation of free speech and patriotism just barely veil a neo-fascist organization working hand in hand with a quote soft white power unquote movement. And you know, this is typical of Antifa. They call people who are the opposite of Nazi, the opposite of fascist, you know, people who are anti-authoritarian, they say that they are authoritarian, you know, fascist, etc. Meanwhile, who here is actually trying to use force to stop other people from exercising their liberty? They then tweet, to recruit 18 to 22-year-olds, a well-worn tactic of early fascists from the black shirts to Hitler Youth. Oh, you know who else recruits 18 to 22-year-olds? Well, lots of fucking things, but let's ignore all those and just compare it to fascists. You know who else has two hands? Hitler. He had two hands. Fucking idiots. Anyway, they continue, concerned citizens of Philadelphia must contact UPenn administration and let them know we refuse to allow this in our city of brotherly love. Says the people who gang stopped two Hispanic men while calling them words I will not repeat because I do not like those words. They then accuse Crystal Clanton, who apparently is a former national field director, of saying I hate black people and etc. But, you know, if it's coming from Antifa, it's most likely a lie. They then continue, while less aggressive tactics continue, such as phone calls, emails, speaking with the staff, and spreading awareness on social media, it seems likely that a large-scale confrontation is inevitable. It's not inevitable if you don't fucking attack people, Antifa. It's not inevitable. You do have control over your actions. You are responsible for your crimes. You are responsible for gang stopping those people. They made us do it. They were asking for it. We had no control over ourselves, which, by the way, is something that some rapists say. She incited me to do it. She was wearing a short skirt or whatever. Give me a break. They continue, we consider TPUSA to be a threat to our city. And by mainstreaming alt-right ideology, TPUSA has aligned themselves against feminism, internationalism, anti-capitalism, immigrant and refugee solidarity, workers' rights, LGBTQ rights, indigenous rights, and ecological responsibility. Oh, how binary of them. Anyway, they tag a bunch of people, as you can see, and they have this here, as you can see, and other stuff. Amongst the responses is this from Anti-Fash Boomhauer. They have a picture of what looks like a bottle of coyote urine, although it does look photoshopped, I don't know. And they tweet, I am not saying anyone should throw water or eggs at her for speaking, but Walmart does sell coyote urine in a bottle and balloons, some assembly required. Fellow worker Gritty responds to that with, I'm not saying Gritty will throw piss balloons at anyone, but the image does make me cackle. And then Anti-Fash Boomhauer responds with this, do it. Also among the responses is this from Antifa are anti-American. Will Tom Keenan and Thomas Massey of Philly Antifa be there to physically attack Candace Owens to add an anti-black hate crime to their criminal record? And if you don't know Tom Keenan and Thomas Massey, they are amongst the people who gang stomped those Hispanic men. Or I should say allegedly, gang stomped those two Hispanic men while using racial slurs against them, along with Chefe, as they call him. Now, in trying to figure out which, if any of these, are fake Antifa accounts, I went to the Anti-Fash Boomhauer account, and look at this here. You can see here that they have, on their Twitter account, they have the black sun symbol, they have the white power symbol, they have the symbol for Antifa, or Identity Europa, they have the swastika, the equal sign, I'm not sure what that means, you know, some other symbols that are associated with Nazis and neo-Nazis and etc. Now some of you are like, no, nobody would ever sell coyote. No, you know, hunters and trappers will use it. Also people who just want to get rid of certain unwanted pests will use it. I mean, if you use coyote urine in a certain area, you know, smaller animals who might be plaguing your property will run away. At any rate, I don't know what to make of Anti-Fash Boomhauer, and I don't really have too much time to look into that, so let's move on. A little bit earlier on April 12th, Penn statesman tweeted this. Just 3 days before our Candace Owens event with University of Pennsylvania GOP, people are trying to erase a woman of color from a historically white space. Check your white privilege, Groovy Gabe. Groovy Gabe is a reference to this guy in this video right here. This video was uploaded April 12th to the YouTube channel for the Penn statesman.
Excuse me, can you not put that right on top of the Candace Owens flyer? There's plenty of space on the rest of the bulletin board. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. Very kind of you.
So we could see that there were posters hung with Candace Owens on it, and you can see in this photo it says a conversation with Candace, but you can't see the rest of it because Groovy Gabe hung his stuff right on top of that poster. On April 13th at 9:02 a.m., Penn statesman tweeted this, LOL. Penn GOP and ourselves are still hosting Candace Owens next week. And in that tweet, they linked to the Penn statesman article, Antifa Vandals Threaten Upcoming Candace Owens Event, April 13th, 9:43 a.m. Notice that in this article, they do write, a few months ago, Owens and Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk were in Philadelphia eating breakfast at Green Eggs Cafe when Antifa showed up and harassed them. With a link to this article by the Philly Voice, August 6, 2018, Antifa protesters confront conservative activist Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens at Philly restaurant. And if you don't remember, folks, or if you never knew about this, this was last summer, the summer of 2018, when Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk were eating somewhere and a bunch of white people, or at least mostly white people, were chanting "Stop White Supremacy" and throwing eggs at them and whatnot.
So Antifa just showed up to protest us eating breakfast because they're fucking losers. That's why. All because we're eating breakfast and we happen to be conservative.
They're not Nazis, they're soft fascists. They're the soft fascists. They're not Nazis.
Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your capitalist breakfast.
Filming? This is crazy. So, ready? 1, 2, 3. Fuck the bourgeoisie. 4, 5,
And it seems so absurd. I mean, I don't mean to laugh here, but it's so absurd. You know, there's a law, I forget what it's called. Is it Poe's law or something like that? Oh, I don't remember, but there's a law that states that it's impossible to distinguish between fascism and parody of fascism. And note that that also applies to other forms of extremism. It's impossible to tell the difference between extremist views and parody of those extremist views. And you know, folks, I do have a Twitter and a Facebook account of someone who's pretending to be Antifa, who puts out absurdly comical things, and it gets likes, it gets retweeted, because these people are self-parodies. They don't even realize it. They are parodies of themselves. Even if you try to do satire of them, it's not as funny as the real thing, because they are that fucking comical. They are living jokes. Anyway, let's move on. Someone made this meme, which of course is a play on a famous photo from the Little Rock 9 civil rights battle. On April 13th at 3:08 p.m., Antifa Gordon tweeted this: Philly, want to come out and shut down Turning Point USA at Penn on Monday? Details via this link, and that link goes to this event page on Facebook by Burning Point Philly. Unfortunately, you can't click on it and see who plans on going. It's just not information they provide. So they at least apparently plan on being there, and apparently it's Monday at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. You know, Monday, April 15th. So my opinion, folks, it does seem like this is a real event. It's just not open to the public, but Antifa apparently is planning on going there to attack Candace Owens and probably other people. And you know, if you are a good, decent American who is physically capable of being a peacemaker, you know, I'm telling you, do not attack anyone. Don't attack anyone. But there's nothing wrong with stopping people from attacking other people. And, you know, do it for not only for Candace Owens or other innocent people there, but do it for the civil rights of everyone. Do it for the First Amendment. Do it for America. We can't let these fucking mobs just take away everybody's civil rights. These people who are pretending to be anti-racist, who are racist, they have to be stopped. If anyone plans on doing the right thing, I thank you ahead of time. And bring your cameras, bring your cell phones, take video, get back to us, let us know what happened, and hopefully no one's civil rights get trampled on and no one gets hurt. So keep in mind the tweet that we started with at the beginning from Charlie Kirk from earlier today. Students' dorms get firebombed. Student meetings get attacked by leftists using bear spray. Student gets stalked in parking lot and almost run over multiple times. What do these have in common? They are recent political hate crimes targeting Turning Point USA leaders. Where is the media? Indeed, folks, were it not for people like us, would you even know about this? Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Peace for the peaceful, tough love, equality of opportunity, not of outcome, and liberty for those who don't violate the liberty of others.